Hi,
Hi.
What they meant to say was salvete. Since you're, oh, well done, Camilla, benefacto. Since you're absent, we're recording our notes so that you will have a clue when you come back. We are learning about perfect passive participles, which alliterate beautifully. Perfect passive participles. All right, this is a new idea, but it's quite logical. A participle is a word that can act as an adjective. Oops, I'm doing it backwards. As a noun or an adjective. A perfect passive participle. Oh, Mr. Byer, you're screwing these notes up so badly. That's a substantive adjective. Try again, Mr. Byer. Rewind. Strike that from the record. A participle is a word that can act as a verb or an adjective. So, the perfect passive participle usually ends in, you might have noticed in your vocab list, there were some EDs. Usually ends in ED in English. In Latin, it is your new favorite, the fourth principal part of the verb. That fourth principal part can do a lot of interesting stuff. It declines like a regular adjective. I don't know, I call these adjectives because they follow the same endings in always. 212, some people call them 212 for second, first, second. It agrees with its noun, because that's what adjectives do. It can be translated into English in many ways, as long as you make it complete past action, which is perfect, and as long as you make it passive, receiving the action.
That's why it's called the perfect passive.
Did you hear, Camilla? Nice. That's why it's called a perfect passive. Example number 1. Miles necatus ababaro in terra erat. What is the Latin participle in that bolded phrase?
Necatus.
Someone tells me it's necatus. They are correct. Translate it to English with an ED. Killed. So, let's think of 4 different ways to say that in English. The soldier was on the ground. Which soldier? Necatus ababaro. The soldier killed by the barbarian was on the ground. How else could you say it? The soldier who was killed by the barbarian? The soldier after he was killed by the barbarian? The soldier having been killed by the barbarian? I'm literally just making these up as I go. There are probably other ways you could do that phrase. I was just trying to say it in English in a way that made it perfect and passive. Do you see how all of those mean the same thing?
Yeah.
So when you do these on like a quiz someday or something, don't be like, oh man, I gotta get the exact right answer. As long as you get it past tense, and as long as it's passive, it will be a right answer. Let's try another example. Ego cenam non amavi. I did not like the dinner. Paratam amatre tua. What is the Latin participle? Talia is right. Paratam. Translated to English.
Prepared.
Prepared. Now, which dinner didn't you like? The one prepared by your mother. Ooh. Did you insult my matres cenam? All right, so you would say prepared by your mother. Someone do it another way. The exact same thing, guys. Brutus. Your mother prepared, which actually has a that hidden in it, just in the interest of grammatical accuracy. All right, Talia.
I did not like the dinner that hadn't been prepared. Or that was prepared.
Either one. So as long as it's perfect and passive, it's right. Participles are incredibly flexible. All right, let's try making some participles, and hopefully you'll start seeing that they are just the fourth principal part. Carry, as a participle, would be portatus and mean carried. Remove would be remotus. What would it mean in English? Removed. Take back, what's the fourth principal part of recipio? Receptus. Translate. Taken back. Do you see how your brain automatically, hopefully, provided the irregular form taken instead of taked? There's a lot of irregular participles in English. If you were a foreign speaker, you would hate them. Learn is doctus, and therefore... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, but have we learned that?
No,
Do we really?
yeah, this kind of.
But there's no fourth principal part. It's irregular, isn't it? Am I having a brain freeze? I don't want to confuse people. Let's change this one to teach. Oops. Fourth principal part of teach is easier. Doctus. Yep.
So why is it then like on the vocab.com? Like if you
Yep. If I described you, I would say docta. And you can write any form you want. I was just doing the male ones, masculine ones. And it would be teached. It would be taught. So once again, there's a lot of irregular ones in English, but if you try to put the ed on, usually your brain will be like, hey, taught. Taught it?
I think
Taught
it's
it?
teached it.
Teached
I
it?
think it's taught.
Has been taught it? Taught.
Mr.
No,
Byron
no,
teached
taught,
the
no,
class.
taught is past tense, so it doesn't mean ed.
All right, on to the back. Participles in context. We'll come back to it. I just want to make sure I give an overview. Frightened girl. What's girl? What's frightened? Terreo, terrare, terui. Teritus, is that right? Puella teritus? It's a girl. Make her terita. What would
All of these ones that we've learned that are like us,
Uh-huh.
are all really like the fourth principal part and then
Yes.
of all
Yes.
the genders.
Yep, they flexibly fit into their context. Boom. So the genitive would be puellae teritai, right? What would the dative be? Puellae teritai.
Should we do the whole thing?
So I apologize for making you write a few of these out. I won't do it every time, but if I will make you do it this first time so you see that they really just are normal adjectives. So go ahead and keep defining that first one. I will wander to see if people are realizing you're just using your old endings from lesson one. Or you could use capio. Bum, 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 bum. And so let's move on to occupied towns. We'll brush over it. You can fill in any blanks later if you don't get to them. Town is oppida, neuter plural. What's occupied? You would think occupo, occupare, occupatus. Or you could use, actually, to save you writing so much, one is capio, capere, capi. So let's do oppida capta. Genitive plural, oppidorum, captorum.
Wait, but if it's isn't that feminine? Oppida, capta. No, it's neuter.
Neuter plural. I said use plural. I was trying to touch as many different types of nouns as possible while having you write as little as possible. Take a minute and just look at the endings that follow that pattern. And then we'll do one third declension now. All right, beloved king. What's king? And what is beloved? And do we need to change it? Nope. So we'll go rex amatus, regus amati. and so on.